morning, everyone. My name is Feby Amelia Nora from the Bandung Institute of Technology, Indonesia. Today, I will present the results of a systematic literature review on the application of digital twin technology for structural health monitoring of railway bridges, covering the period from 2021 to 2025. Next, here is the outline of my presentation. Okay. Now let me begin with the background. Globally, railway bridges are aging. In the United States, more than 50% of railway bridges are over 100 years old. And in Indonesia, the situation is very similar. We have more than 3,000 railway bridges, and about 40% of them are also more than 100 years old. The problem is that inspections are still carried out manually. This means that damage is often detected late, maintenance costs are high, and safety is at risk. So the big question is, how can we move from reactive inspection to predictive monitoring? Next. Why this study? This is where digital twin technology comes in. By definition, of a digital twin is a virtual replica of a physical bridge, continuously updated with real-time sensor data, enabling monitoring, simulation, and predictive maintenance. The critical need is clear. Manual inspection are no longer sufficient for century-old bridges. Digital twin offers several advantages: a virtual replica of the bridge, integration of real-time sensor data, long-term cost efficiency, and predictive maintenance to anticipate failures before they happen. However, when we look at the literature, we found a gap. There are many studies on a digital twin in buildings, energy system, and vehicle, but very few studies focusing specifically on a railway bridge. And to our knowledge, there has been a systematic review between 2021 to 2025 dedicated to this topic. This is the gap we aim to address. Next. To structure this review, we formulated 6 research questions. RQ1, what is the definition of a digital twin system in the context of structural monitoring? RQ2, what type of damage commonly occur in railway bridges? RQ3, what sensor technologies are used and how are measurements conducted? RQ4, what machine learning methods are effective for understanding railway bridge damage condition? RQ5, what methodologies exist for evaluating digital twin implementation? And RQ6, finally, what challenge remaining in the implementation and adoption of digital twin? Next slide. Our methodology follows the guideline of Kitchenham and Charter and the Prisma protocol. We systematically search across multiple databases like Scopus, HineDirect, IEEE Explore, Taylor and Francis, and Wiley. The inclusion criteria studies published between 2021 to 2025 in English, peer review. We exclude gray literature, non-English papers, and hardware-only studies. After screening, we obtained 32 primary studies. These 32 papers from the evidence based on this review. Next. On this slide, you can see the 3 generations of digital twin shown in the diagram. On the left, generation 1 is represented with a reactive system focused on 3D visualization. In the middle, generation 2, proactive system integrating IoT and physics-based model. And on the right, generation 3 highlight predictive platform with AI. This visual shows the clear shift from reactive to predictive system. Here, the pie chart illustrates the distribution of damage types. The large Second, in blue, shown structural deformation at 31%. The green part is surface damage and at 25%. The purple slide show material fatigue at 18%, and the rest present fatigue and corrosion. This visual makes it clear that structural deformation is the most studied type of damage. Next. This bar chart shows the distribution of sensor technologies. The tallest bar represents accelerometer, followed by vision-based sensor and strain gauge. You can also see icon of a vibration sensor and strain gauge to make it easier to connect technology with its function. Next, in terms of machine learning approach, CNN are widely used for vibration-based damage detection. LSTM, or long short-term memory network, are applied for time series prediction. And then autoencoders are used for anomaly detection. And more recently, transformers are being explored for visual assessment. We show that research is increasingly leveraging deep learning architecture to interpret complex structural data. Next, on this slide, notice the highlight number 67% rate. This emphasizes how much the digital twin perform in field validation compared to traditional inspection. The red number combined with the checkmark icon visually reinforce the strength of this finding. Next, the horizontal bar chart shown for frequently challenged algorithm. The longest bar is for data standardization at 78%, followed by computational efficiency and system integration. At the bottom, a puzzle piece I can highlight the lack of label dataset, which leads to the need for transfer learning. Next, to conclude this review, we can see a clear transition of digital twin technology from reactive monitoring to predictive platform. The key focus in research has been on deformation, cracks, and fatigue, with sensors such as accelerometer, vision-based system, and strain gauge playing a dominant role. For future work, several directions are essential. The first is to develop data exchange protocol that allow interoperability across systems. The second is edge computing to ensure data can be processed close to the grid in real time. The third is the design of lightweight machine learning models that can run efficiently even with limited data set. And finally, cost optimized sensor deployment to make digital twins scalable and affordable in real practice. At the bottom of this slide, I'm emphasized one key message. Digital twin is not the future, it is a necessary, especially for countries like Indonesia with thousands of century-old railway bridges. The question is no longer if we adopt it, but how fast we can implement it. Finally, let me highlight the impact of this review. For Indonesia, these studies provide structured evidence on how digital twin can be applied to railway bridges. It can support policy making by PT KAI and the Ministry of Transportation, and help researchers prioritize predictive maintenance for aging roads. For the global community, this is the first systematic review from 2021 to 2025 pushing on railway. It consolidates knowledge on damage type, sensor, machine learning approach, and validation methods. It identifies research gap and challenges, and it provides an evidence base for international researchers working on digital twin and SHM. So in short, this SLR connect local agency with global research evidence. Thank you very much for your attention. I am happy to take any question. Thank you.